Hello, I'm Andrew Hales. We're at the Parthenon today here in Nashville. We're getting people's take on antidepressants. We're doing a 24-hour sale. We got the White Bonnie teas now. White Bonnie. Use promo code White Bonnie for 30% off. 24-hour sale. These teas are great, guys. They don't shrink. Please reprimand that like button and make it feel shameful. All right, what's your name?
Helena.
Helena, are you on any medication?
No.
Knowing anti-anxiety or antidepressants or opioids?
No.
Do you know anyone that is?
Yeah.
You feel like they should be on it?
I think it helps. If it helps them, then yeah, they should be on it.
Have you been depressed before?
Yeah.
How did you cope with it?
Friends, environment, changing my environment, lifestyle habits. But honestly, I should have went to therapy and probably should have been on medication.
Why do you say you should have been on medication?
I was really depressed at one point, like in a really bad spot, and honestly, it was crippling. You don't get up, you can't move, you can't do a lot of stuff, and you don't know how to cope. But also, medication is not as accessible as people think it is, nor is therapy.
How long did that episode last for you?
It was during the pandemic, and I want to say maybe 4 months, at least, yeah.
And you say just talking to people and just time kind of just helped.
Time helped a lot. I think more than talking to people, just time and me reconfiguring my life and taking myself out of the environment that was making me depressed almost. The environment definitely added to my own feelings, I believe.
All right. So you feel like you might get on it later in life if you do become depressed again?
Yeah. I'm a huge advocate for mental health. I studied psychology. I want to become a psychiatric nurse practitioner, so for sure.
Wow.
Yeah.
Very, very nice. Well, that's about it. That was perfect. Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you so much.
Yeah. Have a good one. So do you take any medication?
I currently do not, no.
Do you know anyone that does?
I do, yes.
Like antidepressants?
Oh, absolutely. Antidepressants, anti-anxiety medication, all sorts of things, yeah. I personally have not gotten on them, but I've done quite a bit of research, and I think anyone can speak that when you go to the doctor for anything, they're so quick to just jump to that resort. And I personally am not a fan of it, and I do think a lot of times, too, what they're looking to solve is something that's much deeper than that. And that can be solved naturally. It could be something as simple as a disconnect or with your body, like malnourishment, vitamins, supplements, what you're eating, your environment, and everything. I do not think it's right to just automatically jump to the source of it being jumping towards like anxiety medication, antidepressants, opioids. I mean, it's obvious that there's a huge issue with that in today's generation, and I don't think that the doctors are doing us any favors by being so quick to prescribe it.
Okay, so for some people though, it is necessary.
I think it's situational. I mean, I definitely think that everyone's case is different, but I do think that it does need to be dug a little bit deeper. I mean, I can go to the doctor literally today and say that I'm not feeling super good or I'm not sleeping well, and I can get prescribed an anti-anxiety medication off the bat. And I do think that it needs to be dug a little bit deeper. I mean, what are you eating? What are your sleeping habits? What vitamins are you taking? I think how much water are you drinking? I mean, there's so many other things I think that can contribute to feeling like that, or emotional, physical distress, that sometimes there's so many more options for versus medication.
Definitely. Do you think it's never necessary, medication?
I wouldn't say that it's never necessary, but I don't think it should be the first. I don't think it should be the first thing.
It should be the last resort.
Yeah. I don't think it's the first choice, yeah.
Thank you. Yeah, that's about it. That was wonderful. Thank you. All right, what's your name?
Tangerine Zielinski.
Tangerine. What? Do you take any or antidepressants?
I do not.
Do you know anyone that does?
I do not.
Anti-anxiety or opioids?
I do not.
Have you ever had depression?
I have.
How did you cope with it?
Time kind of took care of it, and Christianity was probably the major help.
All right. How long would you say the episode lasted?
Oh, years on and off.
What do you do now to stay happy?
Go to church.
All right. You're Catholic?
I'm Baptist.
Very nice. Do you think there's validity in using medication for depression?
I have tried. I have done some of those medications, but they're old school, so they're really probably not worth bringing up because we're going back 20 years.
Old school, like Valium?
No, nothing like that. Lithium, for example.
You were on lithium at one time?
At one point, yes.
Why'd you get off it?
Well, I just kind of got myself out of things and grew up a little bit.
Very nice. Did you not like being on it? Were there some bad side effects?
There were some bad side effects to some of the drugs I've been on. For example, Haldol, for example. There are side effects. That's an old school mental depressional drug as well. And the bad side effects is there. You lose control of your muscles. So whatever muscle is the most active in your body ceases to do what it wants to do. It's like, for example, if you're doing a lot of talking like I am right now, your tongue would hang out of your mouth and you would not be able to put it back in. Wow. And you would just get a migraine. For me, I was actually playing ping pong one time in a psych ward, actually. Wow. And the Haldol, actually, I couldn't bring my arm down because of the side effect.
What's the drug called again?
Haldol.
Haldol.
Anything that ends with Dal, D-A-L, Haldol, Raspadol. There's probably a couple others.
What's that treat?
Depression.
How long were you in the psych ward?
Well, I was in several psych wards. Which one you want to talk about?
Oh man, you seen Cuckoo Nest, the movie?
I have seen Cuckoo
Did
Nest.
Did you? Is it kind of like that?
I have flown that Cuckoo Nest and got myself back together, and in large part, once again, Christianity.
Well, that's wonderful. Well, thank you. Yeah, that's about it. I don't want to take up too much of your time.
Well, that's okay.
Yeah.
You're welcome.
All right, what's your name?
Cecilia Laudeman.
Cecilia, do you take any antidepressants?
No.
Do you know anyone that does?
Probably.
Or how about anxiety or opioids?
That take?
Yeah, like anti-anxiety medication or... Okay. Do you take any medication?
No.
What are your thoughts on the validity of antidepressants? Do you feel like they are helping?
I think there definitely is a pandemic of people that do struggle with depression and anxiety, and there's a need for some kind of intervention. I don't know necessarily that medical is drugs are the best way for it. I think real friendships and being known and seen is an important aspect that would actually help people get out of that and for a prolonged amount of time without the side effects and without becoming dependent on it.
Okay, yeah, it's one more tool in the toolbox.
Mm-hmm.
Do you feel like they should be a last resort?
Resort to
Right coming after exercise and health and everything. They should be a last resort for.
Yeah, I think all medicine, honestly, if you can be more preventative than just popping pills, it's better for you and better for, I think, your families and in general.
So you don't know anyone that is on any antidepressants or anti-anxiety medication that you know of or you're aware of right now?
I mean, I'm a nurse, so
oh wow, okay.
So I do I've seen a lot of people that are on it, yeah. And I think a lot of my friends, a lot of people don't talk about it, and
a lot of stigma.
Yeah, for sure. And I think that is something that it tends to be more private, which is a pity because I think the more that people know that you need, that you have these issues and these weaknesses, the more people have empathy and actually want to be there for you in those hard times and can help you through it without just hiding it.
As a nurse, do you feel like people are, when they get on antidepressants, do you feel like they need to be on it the rest of their life?
I feel like that is very individual. Some people, I think there definitely is a neurological and chemical imbalance that I would say actually even our current diet and our lack of exercise and social media and stuff like that kind of promotes a very isolated lifestyle. And I think that, it does lead to them needing it more so, but I think if they got that in order, they would be less likely to need it.
Right. Yeah, all these different factors.
Mm-hmm.
Do you ever get sad?
Yeah.
What do you do when you? How do you prevent? I guess. How do you prevent getting depressed yourself?
I read a lot of scripture. I go to daily mass, and especially adoration. Actually, I find that is the silence. Not a lot of people know how to just sit in the silence, and I think that is where the most peace and you process well. And I think a lot of people actually just don't actually look at their sadness, and it's okay to be sad. Sadness is a tool in which you go through it in order to find a deeper joy in things. And I think that's what I found, like even in hardships in life and things that I've struggled with, if I really look at it and get through it, I feel like a stronger person. And I appreciate the challenge that I went through, as hard as it was, because it made me even more empathetic to other people when they struggle with it.
Perfect. Yeah, that's about it. Thank you.
You're welcome.
that was great.
You're welcome.
Cool. What's your name?
Samuel.
Samuel, have you ever taken antidepressants?
Not myself, no.
You know someone that has?
Mm-hmm.
What's do you believe they're helping them?
Yeah, I think a lot of people find a lot of good use from it.
Do you feel like there's validity in them? Do you feel like they're overprescribed?
I have no idea. I just know that for some people there seems to be some sort of chemical imbalance, and taking antidepressants seems to help. I don't know anything about overprescription or abuse or anything like that.
You never been on any medications yourself?
No, not personally, no.
Have you been depressed before?
In brief spouts, yeah. Mostly situational.
How did you cope with it?
I have a good community. I have friends and family that I can fall back on. I have a good relationship with my parents.
You've never thought that it's like a cop-out in any way?
I think it could be for some people. The people that I have had experience with that have taken it have gotten better, at least in...
It's helped them?
Yeah, and in the short number of 10 or 15 years that I've known them, it seems to help them.
Did they get off of it ever?
Some of them have, some of them still take it.
And we were talking about like Prozac or whatever.
I don't remember the name of it. Like I said, I wasn't the one taking the pills. I just knew that they mentioned it.
Yeah, that's about it. Yeah. Thank you. Yeah. What's your name?
Jake.
Jake, do you take any antidepressants
I do not.
or anti-anxiety?
Nope.
Do you know anyone that does?
I probably could guess some people, yeah.
Well, don't name them. But what do you feel like it's helping them?
Yes, but people rely on pills more than they should.
You feel like it's overprescribed?
Sometimes, yes.
Okay. Have you been depressed before?
Yes.
How did you cope with it?
Talk to somebody.
Therapist?
Nope. Just talk to somebody else. Talk to a dog. Talk to anyone. Even just talking out loud or just going and trying to do something different.
All right. How long did the episode last?
I would not really call it as an episode, but just maybe it was just a bad day at work.
All right. Do you believe? So you do believe medication is necessary sometimes?
Yeah, medication's necessary sometimes, just because sometimes people don't believe in other things, so they do pills instead, or they do something to make themselves feel better. And sometimes people think pills is the answer.
Do you feel like people that are on the antidepressants are weaker?
No, they may listen to their doctors, or they may trust somebody that prescribes it to them, or say that, hey, this worked for me, so they trust what somebody else says.
All right, cool. That's about it. Thank you. Benny. Yeah, I don't get it. I don't know. It's as if she has skin that can get tan and makes her ups her status with her peers. She doesn't have any of that. Alright, antidepressants? I already talked about this. Let's see. Yeah, if you just type in, let's see, depression, Lexapro. I don't even remember what I called it. Maybe my thoughts on depression, anxiety, and Lexapro. I think that's what I titled it. We gotta fucking do every Wednesday, no matter fucking what, you know? Benny! I think, yeah, if you're depressed, then you should exercise more and get better sleep and good nutrition, blah, 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 you know. For a good 3 months, do what you're supposed to. You already know what you're supposed to do. And then get on Lexapro if everything else fails. That's about it. Alright. I also wanted to add duh, you know, There's like there's like fucking 100 different fucking factors. Holy fucking shit! Oh fuck, cognitive therapy. Oh gosh, get on ketamine or fucking talk to people. Therapy.